Today I'm going to be showing you how to crochet this completely seamless rainbow granny square without turning your work. This square in particular is part of the Festival Pick and Mix blanket cal. However, you do not need to be crocheting that blanket to make this square. You can use these fun rainbow granny squares for literally anything you so wish. This granny square works for any yarn and any hook size. All you need is 6 fun rainbow colours, the correct hook size that is recommended on the ball band, a large eye needle for dealing with those ends as we go. Trust me, it's worth it. And a pair of scissors. All right, let's begin. To begin, make a magic ring and we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3. Take my finger out of the magic ring. 4, 5. Now those 5 chains count as a double crochet and a chain 2. Now into the magic ring, we're going to make 3 double crochet stitches. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 2. And work 3 more double crochets into that magic ring. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 2 and work 3 more double crochets back into that central ring. 1, 2, and 3. Now chain 2, 1, 2, and we have one more side section of our square to make. Now we started with a chain 5, which counts as a double crochet in a chain 2. So to end this round, we only need 2 more double crochets back into that ring. 1, and 2. Now to finish this first round, we're going to find this initial chain 5 and count up 3 chains. 1, 2, 3. And into that third chain, we're going to join with a slip stitch. So just pop your hook in, grab the yarn at the back, draw it through the chain and through the loop on your hook. Chain 1. Cut your yarn, leaving a nice long length to weave in. Pull that up, out and tight. Then you can go ahead and pull your magic ring closed at the back. Now, because we will have a lot of yarn ends for this square, I recommend grabbing a large eye needle and weaving in the ends as we go. So I'm just threading this on and I'm just going to weave these ends in so it isn't too overwhelming at the end of this square. Now I'm not going to trim this end just yet because as I crochet into these chain 2 spaces, I'm going to crochet over it as well, just for that extra bit of security before I trim it. Now you can go ahead and grab the next color of yarn in your rainbow. So with your next color, we're going to pop a slip knot onto our hooks, and we're going to make a standing stitch. So you can choose any of your chain 2 spaces to work into, it really doesn't matter. And with the slip knot on your hook, you're going to yarn over and place your finger on both those loops so they do not spin off your hook as we're making this first stitch. Then put your hook into any of the chain 2 spaces, keeping your finger on those loops, catch the yarn at the back, draw it through, and you will have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops. Now hang on to that slip knot because it will want to spin around. Then you can let go. You'll have 2 loops left on your hook. Yarn over and draw through those last 2. You've just created a standing double crochet stitch. Now into that chain 2 space, we're going to work 2 more double crochets. That is half a corner formed. Now move over to your next chain 2 space. This is my tail from the pink round. I'm just going to hold it to the back and crochet over that as I work the next corner. So into this next chain 2 space, we're going to form a corner, and that is with a double crochet, just straight in, no chaining in between. And we're going to work 3 double crochets. That's 1, 2, 3, then chain 2 and work 3 more double crochets back into that same chain 2 space. And then straight into the next chain 2 space, we're going to do the same thing again and form a corner. So 3 double crochet, 1, 2, and 3. Chain 2, 1, 2, and work 3 double crochets back into that same spot. 1, 2, and 3. Then into the next chain 2 space, we're going to do the same thing again. 3 double crochet, chain 2, and 3 double crochet, all into that same chain 2 space. Now we'll be back to where we started, and we've only got 3 double crochets. We need to complete this corner. So into the same spot where you very first started the row, work 3 double crochet, chain 2, and then we're going to slip stitch to the standing double crochet that we made. Now when I slip stitch, I like to take the tail of that stitch and just keep it out of the way. I'm holding it back here. Pop your hook underneath the V's and then yarn over, but yarn over the top of that slip knot. So the slip knot will be at the back. So I'm yarning over it before I pull the yarn through to create my slip knot. Now chain 1, cut your yarn, leaving a nice long end to weave in, pull it up, pull it tight, and again just take a moment to weave in those ends. Honestly, you will thank me at the end of this when we have no ends to deal with. Now this end that we have just fastened off, I like to take in this direction, just going underneath the stitches, zigzagging back and forth. Then when I get to the chain 2 spot, I run my needle just through those 2 chains. And again, just zigzagging back and forth, just going in between the tops of the stitches here. And then it's over here at my chain 2 to crochet over with the next round. Now the tail from your standing stitch, if you pull it out, you can see the direction it wants to go in. I could take it in the opposite direction. So first of all, I will take it through those 2 chains. And then the same again, just run it in and out of these stitches. Now we crocheted over the pink one after weaving it in. Now you can just snip that one off. Get your work right side facing. You'll know it's the right side because your stitches are more textured on the front than on the back. They'll be flatter on the back. This is the back, this is the front. Grab your next colour of yarn. For round 3, we're going to do exactly the same thing again. Pop a slip knot onto your hook. Choose any of these chain 2 spaces. Just pick one at random. And we're going to start with one of those standing double crochet stitches. So yarn over the hook, finger on those 2 loops, go into the chain 2 space, draw up a loop, 3 loops on your hook. Hang on to that slipknot tail so it doesn't spin around, or pop your finger on all 3 loops, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over and draw through the final 2, and you've completed a standing double crochet stitch. Now, just as we did in the last round, we're going to work 2 more double crochets into that same space. 1, 2. Now for round 3, we have sides to contend with as well as corners. So in between your sets of 3 double crochets, there is a little gap. And this is where we're going to work our sides. Now a side is just 3 double crochets, nothing else. So into this gap in between your sets of 3 stitches, work 3 double crochet, just straight into that space. That's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. That's your side section complete. Then the next area you'll come to is a chain 2 space. Again, I've got a little tail. I'm just going to fold that back and crochet over it. And in the chain 2 spaces of your corners, we form new corners. So working into that chain 2 space, form a new corner with 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, and 3 more double crochet back into that same spot. So we're forming a new corner in the chain 2 space of the corner below. Then we have one side to work. In between your sets of 3 double crochets, work 3 double crochets to form a little side. 1, 2, 3. Then the next spot you'll come to is a chain 2 space. Again, I've got a little tail here which I will crochet over, and into the chain 2 space we form a new corner. So 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, all into that same chain 2 space. Then we have a side to work. So in between your sets of 3 double crochet, work 3 double crochet, just on their own with no chains, to form a little side. Then we're straight back to a chain 2 space, and in there we work a corner. So 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, all into the same chain 2 space. That's 1, 2, 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 more double crochet. Then we have one more side to work. So in here, in between your sets of double crochets from the row below, work 3 double crochet, forming that final side section. Then we're right back to where we started. We need a corner because this is a chain 2 space here that we're working into. We have half of it already. We just need to finish it off. So back into that same space where you made your first 3 stitches, we're going to work 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and then just as in the last round, we're going to slip stitch to the top of your standing stitch. So pop your hook under those 2 loops, yarn over and in front of this slip knot, pull it through the stitch and the loop on your hook, chain 1, you know the drill, cut the yarn, leaving a long length to weave in, pull it up, out, tight, and then just as we did for the blue round, weave them in. For the 4th round, grab your next colour, pop a slip knot on your hook, and just as before, pick any chain 2 space that you fancy, any of them. I tend to go for a different one each time. Yarn over, finger on those 2 loops, into the chain 2 space, draw up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2, 2 loops left on your hook, yarn over, pull through the next 2, and you've created a standing double crochet stitch. Now work 2 more double crochets into that same chain 2 spot. That's half a corner formed. We'll finish it when we finish this round. Now your spot that we have further to go before you hit your next chain 2 space. So we have 2 side sections to work this time. The green round, we just had 1. Now we have 2. It will increase by an extra side section for every round that you do. So because we have 2 to work into, we're going to work 2 sides. So a side is just 3 double crochet, just on their own in that spot. 1, 2, 3. Then leap straight into the next spot. So either side of your sets of 3 double crochet from the row below, this little side section we made, we've got 1 before and we need 1 after. So into that next spot, 3 double crochet. So you've now worked 2 sides. The next space you'll come to is your chain 2 space, and in a chain 2 space we work a new corner. So 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, all into that same spot. Now we have 2 sides to work. So into these 2 spaces here, either side, of the side from the row below, we need to work 3 double crochet and 3 double crochet. So we're making 2 sides. So the first one done, and into the next gap, 3 double crochet again. Corner, side, side. Now we're back to a chain 2 space, so we work a corner. 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, all into that same spot. Now we have 2 sides to make. 3 double crochet, 3 double crochet. Your next spot will be a chain 2 space. So into your chain 2 space, we work a corner. 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, all into the same chain 2 space. Side, side, and the side is 3 double crochet, just 3 double crochet on their own, just hanging out on the side. And then into the next gap, another side, 3 double crochet. Then we are right back to where we started. We have our 3 double crochet right from the beginning. This is half a corner. We need to finish it off. So into the same space where those first 3 stitches are worked, work 3 double crochet, chain 2, and slip stitch to that first stitch. Chain 1, cut your yarn, pull it up, out tight, and weave in those 2 ends. Grab your next colour. We have one more granny round to go. With your next colour, just as before, pop a slip knot onto your hook and pick any chain 2 space that catches your eye. And we're going to work a standing double crochet into this chain 2 space. Yarn over, finger on both those loops so they don't come off. Go into the chain 2 space, yarn over, 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Then work 2 more double crochet into that spot. So we're forming the first half of the corner, which we will finish at the end of the round. Now for this round, we have 3 sides to work. So you can see my table shining through here, here, and here. In between the sets of 3 double crochets that you made, we need a side in each one of those 3 spaces. So a side is just 3 double crochet. So work 3 double crochet into the gaps in between your sets of 3 double crochets from the row below. So that's 1. I'm going to move over to the next space in between these sets of double crochet stitches. and work 3 double crochet for my second side. And then into the next gap in between your sets of 3 double crochets from the row below, work one more side, so 3 double crochet. Then the next space you come to will be a chain 2 space where we form a corner. And into that corner chain 2 space, work 3 double crochet, chain 2 and 3 double crochet, all into the same spot. So we've just worked a corner in the chain 2 space. Then you will work side, side, side. So 3 side sections and then another corner in the chain 2 space. 3 side sections, corner, 3 side sections, corner, 3 side sections, corner. I'm going to work this all the way around and then stop when you've made your third side right at the end of this round. So work your side sections, which are 3 double crochets, into each gap in between your sets of 3 double crochet from the row below. And then when you hit your chain 2 space, you're going to form a corner, which is 3 double crochet, chain 2 and 3 double crochet all into that same spot. Corner, side, 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 corner. Here's how you should be looking with your corners with 3 side sections in between. Now to finish this round, just as in the other rounds, we're going to end in the same spot where we started with 3 double crochet, chain 2 and slip stitch to your standing double crochet that you made right in the beginning. Chain 1, cut your yarn, leave a long length for weaving in, pull it up, out, tight, and then weave in those 2 orange ends. Now grab your last colour. Now for the final round, we are done with the granny stitches. We're going to pop a slip knot on our hooks. Just as before, find a chain 2 corner space, any of them, it really doesn't matter which, and we're going to be working half double crochet stitches. So we're going to make a standing stitch. We're going to yarn over the hook, put your fingers on those 2 loops just as before. Insert your hook into the chain 2 space and draw up a loop. You'll have 3 loops on your hook. Now, because we're making a half double crochet, we're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. That's your first standing half double crochet. Make 1 more into this chain 2 space. That is half a corner. We'll finish it at the end of this round. Now we're going to be working a half double crochet into the top of each of these double crochets from the row below. There will be 15 stitches, so we need to make 15 half double crochets. So yarn over, go under the 2 loops of that first double crochet, draw yarn up, 3 loops, yarn over, draw through all 3 loops. It's your half double crochet. Move on to the next double crochet stitch from the row below. Make sure you're going under 2 loops and create a half double crochet. So you want to be half double crocheting into the top of each of these orange double crochets from the row below. As I mentioned, you will have 15 of them. Now, if you reach a spot where you have your yarn tail woven in and out, you can see it just crossing in front. I like to lift it up a little bit and aim for the spot below this little yarn tail. Can you see that little tail here? If I pull it at the back, I like to lift it up a little bit and crochet underneath it to trap it up against the top of the stitch. The same for the next one. There's a little cross, that line, horizontal line from the yarn tail we wove in, aimed for the spot below it. Once you have crocheted into all 15 stitches from the row below, you'll be at the chain 2 corner space. In this chain 2 corner space, we're going to form a new corner. So that is 2 half double crochets, 1, 2, chain 2, 1, 2, and 2 half double crochets back into that same chain 2 space. 1 and 2. Then, just as before, we're going to place 1 half double crochet into the top of all of these 15 double crochets from the row below. If it's easier to count in sets of 3 as you go, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, you can, or just count 15 as we work our way along. Then when you reach your chain 2 corner space, work a new corner, which is 2 half double crochets, chain 2, 2 half double crochets. Once you hit your chain 2 space, work a corner, 2 half double crochet, chain 2, 2 half double crochet, all into that same spot. Then work your half double crochets into the remaining 15 stitches. Then we are right back to where we started. We formed half a corner in the beginning. So to end, pop 2 half double crochets into the same chain 2 space that we started in, chain 2, slip stitch to the top of your first standing stitch, chain 1, cut your yarn, pull it tight, weave in these 2 red ends. I can just go ahead and trim off my orange ones whilst we're here. Pull everything into shape. And once you have woven in these last 2 ends, your rainbow granny square will be complete. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please do let me know what you think of this rainbow granny square down in the comments below. And until next time, happy crocheting. Bye.